There are moments in life when sadness feels endless, when your heart aches in silence, and no one around you seems to notice the depth of your pain. You smile on the outside, but inside you are carrying a weight that words cannot describe. If you've ever felt this way, know that you are not here by accident. You were meant to hear this reminder today. Allah, the Most Merciful, has written every chapter of your life with purpose. The struggles you face are not signs of abandonment, but signs of preparation. Your tears are not wasted. They are seeds of joy, waiting to bloom at the right time. Sometimes the darkest nights produce the brightest mornings, and sometimes the deepest pain leads to the most beautiful healing. Stay with me, because what you are about to hear may be the sign your heart has been waiting for. 1. Allah's awareness of your struggles. When you go through pain, it can often feel like no one truly understands the depth of what you're experiencing. Friends may listen, family may care, but only Allah fully comprehends what lies within your heart. He knows every hidden worry, every sleepless night, and every moment you pretend to be fine, while silently breaking inside. His knowledge of you is not limited to what you express outwardly. He is aware of the thoughts you never share and the emotions you cannot even put into words. This awareness is not distant or passive. It is full of mercy and compassion. Allah's closeness means that even in your most private struggles, you are never abandoned. Every sigh you release and every tear that falls is noticed by Him, and nothing escapes His knowledge. He is Al-Alim, the all-knowing, who understands your pain better than you do yourself. Realizing this can bring deep comfort. You don't have to carry the weight of explaining your feelings to anyone to be understood. Allah already knows, and with His knowledge comes a promise. No pain goes unnoticed, and no hardship is without purpose. This realization alone can bring peace to a restless heart. 2. Sadness is temporary. Sadness often feels endless when you're in the middle of it. The days seem longer, the nights heavier, and it becomes difficult to imagine life ever feeling different. Yet no state in this world is permanent. Just as the seasons change, the emotions of the heart also move through phases. Allah, in His wisdom, has designed life with balance. Pain is followed by healing, darkness by dawn, and loss by renewal. Nothing you feel today is meant to define you forever. One of the greatest sources of hope is knowing that hardship itself carries within it the seed of ease. Every trial you endure is already linked to relief that Allah has prepared. This means that sadness is not your destination. It is only part of your journey. Even if it feels heavy now, it is a bridge that leads you toward growth, strength, and eventually, joy. When you reflect on past struggles, you will notice how moments that once seemed unbearable eventually passed. What felt endless then is now a memory. This is a reminder that the sadness you feel today will also fade, replaced by ease that Allah has promised. Time, faith, and patience will unveil it. 3. Divine wisdom in loss. When something is taken away from us, the immediate reaction is often pain, confusion, or even frustration. We hold on tightly to what we love, believing it is essential for our happiness. Yet what we often fail to see is that Allah, in His perfect wisdom, removes certain things not to harm us, but to protect us. What appears as a loss in the moment may actually be the beginning of a greater blessing we cannot yet recognize. Allah is Al-Hakim, the All-Wise. His decisions are never random. Every change in your life is part of a carefully designed plan. Sometimes the things we desperately cling to are the very things that hold us back from growth, peace, or a better future. By taking them away, Allah is making space in your life for something far more fulfilling. Think of it like pruning a tree. A branch may be cut, but only so the tree can grow stronger and healthier. In the same way, when Allah removes something from you, it is not an end, it is preparation for something greater. Trusting in this wisdom allows the heart to let go of despair and open itself to unexpected joy. 4. Trust in Allah's timing. One of the hardest parts of life's journey is waiting. Waiting for a prayer to be answered, for relief to come, or for circumstances to finally change. In those moments, impatience and doubt can easily creep in. But trusting in Allah's timing means believing that every delay carries wisdom, and every moment of waiting is a part of His perfect design. What feels slow to us is never late in His plan. Allah is never in a rush, yet He is never incapable. He aligns events in ways that our limited vision cannot perceive. Sometimes the delay is a form of protection, keeping you away from harm you cannot see. At other times, the waiting period is meant to prepare you, to strengthen your faith, shape your character, or teach you resilience before the blessing arrives. Trusting His timing requires surrender, letting go of the need to control outcomes and embracing the certainty that what is written for you will come at exactly the right moment. Just as dawn never arrives too early or too late, your relief will reach you at the moment Allah knows is best. That trust transforms waiting from a burden into an act of worship. 5. Allah's power to transform life is full of moments where situations feel impossible to change, where sadness, hardship, or pain seems permanent. Yet, Allah reminds us through His creation that nothing is fixed except His power. The same Lord, who brings night after day, who turns barren land into flourishing gardens after rain, and who transforms a tiny seed into a towering tree, can also transform your state of heart and life in ways you cannot imagine. Transformation is one of the most beautiful signs of His mercy. What begins as weakness can become strength. What starts as loss can become growth, and what feels like despair can turn into hope. Allah is capable of changing circumstances instantly, even when the situation appears beyond human solution. His ability to turn pain into joy is not limited by time, resources, or logic. It happens by His command alone. When you reflect on how the world around you constantly shifts under His will, it becomes easier to believe that your own struggles can shift too. Trusting in Allah's power to transform is not wishful thinking. It is recognizing that the one who controls the universe can certainly change your heart, your path, and your destiny. 6. Encouragement for patience. Patience is more than simply waiting. It is the art of holding your heart steady when everything around you feels uncertain. It means choosing to remain firm in faith while trusting that Allah's plan is unfolding, even if the outcome is not yet visible. True patience is active. It involves continuing to make dua, keeping hope alive, and walking forward without letting despair dictate your steps. Every hardship tests not only your strength, but also your ability to remain consistent in worship. When you are patient, you demonstrate reliance on Allah rather than your own limited understanding. You acknowledge that relief will come, but you refuse to rush the process or give in to hopelessness. This attitude transforms trials into opportunities for spiritual growth. Patience is also a shield. It prevents anger, regret, and negativity from overwhelming your soul. Instead of breaking under pressure, patience allows you to bend without shattering. The Quran repeatedly assures that Allah is with those who are patient, meaning His guidance, protection, and mercy surround them. Knowing this should inspire you to endure with dignity, because every moment you persevere is a step closer to ease, and every act of patience is rewarded by Allah Himself. 7. Hope of imminent change. Hope is a gift Allah places in the heart to keep it alive during difficult times. When life feels heavy and the path ahead seems endless, the promise of change becomes a source of strength. Believing that transformation is near allows you to carry on with faith, even when circumstances appear unshakable. This hope is not built on empty wishes. It is rooted in the certainty that Allah's mercy is vast and His ability to bring relief is beyond human limits. Often, the breakthrough arrives just when despair reaches its peak. Allah reminds us in the Quran that ease always accompanies hardship, meaning relief is not far away, but already intertwined with your struggle. The door you are waiting for may open suddenly in ways you could never plan or expect. Holding on to hope turns waiting into worship. It teaches the heart to anticipate Allah's goodness, to look forward to His blessings, and to trust that joy can be closer than it seems. When you believe that positive change is imminent, your spirit is lifted, your patience grows stronger, and your heart begins to heal even before the trial ends. Hope, in itself, becomes a form of divine relief. No matter what you are going through, remember that Allah's mercy is greater than your pain, and His plan is always working in your favor. Trust that your sadness will soon turn into joy, because He never leaves a heart that relies on Him empty. If this reminder touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Purpose Deen for more uplifting messages. Let's end with a prayer. May Allah replace my sadness with peace and my worries with joy. Comment this below to affirm it for yourself and inspire others with hope.